The fact is, this is a worldwide problem. This crisis of drug use, addiction, and overdose deaths. Addressing it will require all of our effort, and it will require us to confront the crisis in all of its very real complexity.
From prescription medication to heroin, opioids are some of the most addictive drugs in the world. In the last couple of years, an opioid epidemic has swept the United States, killing more than 90 people every day. Though the entire world is affected by this opioid abuse, the US still has the most drug-related deaths per year of any country. In 2016, there were 1,856 opioid deaths in Maryland alone, more than double the amount from 2014. On May 1st, 2017, Maryland Governor Larry Hogan declares the opioid crisis in Maryland to be a state emergency. How did the problem get this bad? And what can we do to stop it? Here's what Blazers think.
I know it's a problem, and Trump declared an emergency.
I guess, I don't know what would cause it, actually. I wouldn't think of anything that would cause it.
I think it might have to do with prescription drugs.
A lot of the time they start with prescription opioids that are like Oxycontin and like Percocets that are prescribed to them. And the doctors prescribe too much, they take too much, and then they get addicted to heroin because it's like the same substance.
Opioids are a very important class of medications to control pain. Unfortunately, opiates are also used in ways that are not medically recommended. The problem with opiates are that once it's used even for purposes that are medically necessary, sometimes the brain rearranges itself so that it needs the opiates sort of like we feel that we need food or water.
Stop using drugs, that's all.
The doctor should give out a certain time frame of when they should be, able to get off of the drugs.
I think there kind of needs to be an understanding among medical professionals that you can't just solve every problem by throwing a bunch of pills at it, and that a lot of people need real care and not just drugs.
I think a lot of the drugs, since they have such bad consequences, should just not be made available to people.
Get people together that are directly affected by opiate use. Put their mind together as to what the problem is, what they've seen. You sift through what are areas that are sort of the biggest problems, what are your priorities, and then you put together a plan saying, okay, we're going to prescribe these medications under these circumstances, and then let's try that out. And the system that previously was chaotic, one person was prescribed 30, one person was prescribed 90, one person was not prescribed at all of a sudden becomes smoother and people are getting better, more consistent care.
Well, I don't think it's a problem, but I definitely think there are people in this school who do use opioids. I wouldn't say it's a problem, but maybe it's something that should be talked about.
At Blair, I don't really think there's much you can do. It's only a couple kids probably.
I do not know of anyone who uses, opioids, and I would like to keep it that way.